Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Let me tell y'all something, man. Okay, first of all, I found out that some black folks got hung in Texas and somewhere else too, by the way. But you know what's coincidental about that, y'all? It is how KKK said they're gonna start killing every black person they see. Then not even 3 weeks later, not even 3 weeks, not even a half a month, you hear about black folks being hung from a tree. They try to say suicide, but nobody's mentally able to hang themselves by themselves. It would freak the mind out to a point where they would not do it. And that's obvious to me. It's common sense, but it's also scientifically proven. But now, that kind of thing, hearing about that, now, we all gonna die, don't get me wrong. And just like with the George Floyd thing and all the murders before then and a little bit after that, besides this hanging thing, it's not that I take away from the deaths and how they happen. Don't get me wrong. And the fact that it's against black people still to this day. Okay. But now, I was saying then before this hanging thing that real racism doesn't exist. And I explained why it doesn't. And hanging was part of it. And now we're hearing about this. First of all, black people don't kill themselves. We just don't. And not on a racial note, it's just facts. White people kill themselves quicker than a black person will. An Indian would kill themselves quicker than a black person will. So that wasn't suicidal. That's not racial either. It's just facts. We don't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? And if we do things like that, 9 times out of 10 we're suffering from PTSD kind of thing. But either way it goes, now I hear about this hanging thing. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not hard to find. You can triangulate my damn location right now. I'm not hard to find. But anybody who's going around doing this hanging, or even if it is KKK, white supremacists, whatever, Nazis, I don't give a damn. You try that mess with me, good luck with that. Not really, but good luck with that. Because I'm not one of those kind of brothers, first of all, that makes enemies. Second of all, I'm not that kind of brother you can take lightly. My reach goes very far. Very, very far. But y'all, on that note though, with all this shit going on, man, y'all better get right, like I say. Black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, doesn't matter. Jesus is on his way, man. Y'all better get it right. But Jesus also know the ways and thoughts of a man like me. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't play games. It ain't about guns and nothing like that. I'm just telling you, I don't play games. You come my way with that BS, I'm telling you right now, you're going to wish you never did. It ain't just because of my reach. It's because of me, period. You don't want to do that. What in this world, in this country, should I say, because it happened in this country, what in this country has made people come out and start doing things like that? I mean, I semi understand the police and their anxiousness when it comes to black folks because of how we dress, how we act, how we talk, how we react, and stuff like that. And I'm sorry, black folks, but it's true. We act like niggas. We always talking about guns and shooting people and stuff like that. So yeah, and then on top of that, a cop or whoever is living in an environment that's just like that, like you speak of, they got every right to be cautious. Yeah. I didn't say they got every right to kill someone, but they got a right to be cautious. But just like y'all have a right to be cautious. But anybody has to admit, the reason why cops are cautious toward black folks is because of what we do, how we do, when we do, with whom we do it with. I've been in that group. I've had my road dogs with me for life. Still do to this day. We just grew up. If y'all want racism to stop, show them how strong you are against it. Not doing violent stuff and stuff like that, making threats. Show them how much of a man you are by pushing that shit to the side, to the back of your mind, and focusing on what's in front of your future, what's in front of you, which is your future. I've been drinking a little bit, so y'all ignore me on the slurring. But I've always wanted peace, always have, mainly because of children. Is why I want peace in this world, in this country especially, though. But y'all, my black folks, I want y'all to do one thing for me, man. Don't let this news cause y'all to let the devil in. Because once the devil gets in here, and trust me, I know, but once he gets in here, that's it. Unless you just know you're strong enough, unless you just know your faith is stronger than his will to manipulate you to do the things you're doing. Again, Martin Luther King would be deathly upset right now if he was alive. All them black motivators who try to help us to be peaceful and love one another and help one another, they will be heartbroken. Not just because of what the police doing, but because of what we do to ourselves also, black people. Don't complain about a crime against us when we doing the same kind of crimes against us. But all I'm saying is, y'all, on the note with the hanging thing, be safe. Be safe out there. Don't cause it to come to your area. Don't cause it to come to your face. Just be cautious. Be adult. Be godly. Keep your faith in God. God is watching. He is in control. He just can't control what other people choose to do. It's called free will. It's called free will. Now, don't hate the people who's done this stuff, because you don't like hatred towards you. So don't hate them people. Let God handle them at the end of the days, because it's coming. I just really wish that my black people would stop fighting each other, come together, and try to motivate each other for a better, not worse. Don't motivate yourselves or each other to go out here and riot violently or protest violently. You know, like they do in the other cities in the country, burning down buildings and stuff like that. Y'all running off the police. I don't like the police, not all of them. Some of them are good, and you can't say they're not. Some of them are actually good. But y'all, you know good and well, we actually do need the police. It's hard for me to say that. It really is. But considering all what's been going on over the years in this country, I'm going to say it. And you can hate me or not. We need them. Because what if someone, just like you, and say if you're one of those that's about it, but one of the other people that's about it that you don't know, kills one of your family members, and you call the police. What you going to do if you don't have police? Nothing. The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to be that police. Then what's going to happen after that? You're going to die. Possibility. You're going to die. You're going to get killed. You might kill the one who killed them, but you're going to get killed. It's going to happen. The Wendy's dude, he didn't have to take that taser. He didn't have to assault those officers. So in me personally, in my opinion, he deserved it. Now, I don't think he deserved to get killed, no. You know, they could have pulled out a taser and shot him in the back with a taser. They could have shot him in the leg, arm, you know, something like that. Not a deadly shot. Okay? But that will never happen had he just kept it calm and cool, collective, like he was from the beginning, like on the video, and go ahead and stay a few nights in jail and get out. Because you were just intoxicated. But that wrestling and tussling and fighting and punching and kicking and stealing tasers and shooting at the face of a cop, you get what you get. Now, a taser ain't as deadly as a gun, but it can be, depending on where you're aiming. And he was aiming toward his head. It might not have actually killed him right at the moment, then again it could have, but it might not have killed him at the moment, but he would have been messed up. And he got a family, I'm sure. Now, if those cops really wanted to kill that guy, they would have killed him from the beginning. The moment he started scuffling around with him, trying to put the cuffs on him. Y'all got to think about that, man. Just because a cop shoots a black person doesn't mean that they shooting to kill on purpose. Doesn't mean that it's a racial thing, y'all. But either way it goes, this country itself has more hatred than any other country who has hatred against us. We fight amongst ourselves and have been since this country was founded. And it's pretty sad, y'all. It takes a human being this long to realize what's wrong, and we still haven't realized it yet. A good bit of us have, but most of us haven't, because look what's going on. Everybody want to blame Trump for all this shit. It ain't Trump. Trump is not in control of what other people choose to do. It's not me taking up for him. It's just obvious fact. He can't control what I do. He can't control me making this video. So, what's the difference between me doing what I do and someone making me? The big difference is they can't make me do nothing. And we all know this. We all know this. But again, my main thing I always say close to the end of any video, quit thinking about your own personal feelings. Quit thinking about what you going through yourself personally. Think about your children, man. We don't need to teach our children racism. We don't need to teach our children how bad white people were against us. We need to teach our children to love one another. No matter the color, no matter the race, creed, or whatever. They are the successors of this country, of this world. And we need to teach them better ways than what we're used to. Just because we have animosity and anger against another race or whatever, doesn't mean we have to teach our children that. Just because we feel like we need to be overly cautious, doesn't mean they have to be, or going to have to be. Just saying, y'all. But at the end of every video, I'm going to say this right here. Be a blessing and be blessed, man. For real, y'all. If y'all want to know about somebody, talk to them. Just because you don't want to talk to them don't mean you don't need to. Because right now, apparently, everything else isn't working. So talking is the best thing to do. I'm not a racist at all. I'm far from. I love everybody. I'm friends with a lot of races. Just some races I haven't met. And if I met them, I'll be cool with them too until they give me a reason not to be. But past is not a reason for me not to be cool with someone. Especially if it's a past in a way that I was not involved in. My ancestors might have been, but I wasn't. Neither were you. Anybody my age, which is 41 and younger. You wasn't either. You wasn't there. Just because it's wrong doesn't mean that it's against you. You wasn't there. You were not harmed. So, I don't understand anybody's anger besides the fact of black folks getting killed. But there's some black folks out there, just like there's some white folks and Spanish out there too, who do things against the law that makes them targets. And y'all know who you are. So I don't have to say nothing. You can get mad at me all you want, because guess what? I don't care. I'm not hard to find. But it's not about me being G like that either. It's just the fact I'm not hard to find. You don't like what I say? Cut off the video. Don't save it. Don't share it. Don't look at it. Don't do nothing. Cut it off once you hear something you don't like. But reality is reality. The niggas who are called nigga are the ones who act like a nigga. Sagging your pants, toting a gun, robbing people, selling drugs to your own people. Your own people. I have to say that loud. Because the only way black folks understand is to scream loud. So I'm going to say it loud and proud. It ain't just police or white people in general killing us. We are killing ourselves as much as they are. You selling crack to each other and they dying. You selling meth to each other, you're dying. You selling coke to each other, you're dying. People putting shit in marijuana when normally you won't die from it, now you're dying. All over money. The root of all evil. So, I don't blame all cops for reacting the way they do. But I don't blame all black folks for acting the way they do either. Except when you do things that causes you to be a target. Just because you mad don't mean it's right for you to follow every stupid motherfucker out there and go burn buildings down who had nothing to do with your anger. So there's no sympathy with that with y'all. Now the ones who died, sympathy for them and their families. The ones who ain't died, who ain't felt nothing like that, because of that, I don't have no sympathy for you. Black, white, whatever. If y'all here doing ignorant, stupid shit that you don't need to be doing, that you ain't got no reason to do it, I don't feel no sympathy for you when it comes to what happens. Black people who out there doing shit that makes us look like we're niggas, y'all disgrace me. Y'all disgrace my mother. Y'all disgrace my grandmother. Y'all disgrace my son who's going to be a future man that's going to be doing something for himself. He's not going to have an easy track, or no kid in your family or any kid you know is going to have an easy trail because of what y'all doing. If y'all don't want to be labeled, quit doing the shit that makes you labeled, that gets you labeled, that makes you a nigga. Quit being a nigga, you won't be called one. But because I'm blunt, my words typically don't go viral. It don't go in one ear and out the other. It don't even penetrate. Because y'all, whoever color you are, you say you want somebody real, I'm real. I keep it how it is. But people don't like that. So don't say you want somebody real in your corner when you can't even accept reality. Reality is the best real the number one real that you can ever get is reality. And when you can't see your own personal reality and why you get the shoes that you get or the boot that you get up your ass, then you're the problem. I used to be a nigga. I used to act all kinds of ignorant ways. It's called growing up, accept things how it is, and make the best of it. Tearing down these statues. I understand the statues of the ones who were racist, who held slaves, who sold slaves. That's understandable. I ain't saying tear down the statues, but it's understandable why he did it. But Roosevelt was not racist. Lincoln was not racist. Lincoln helped us. I'm going to say us, but helped them back then, really. But helped us become free. Do your history before you tear shit up from history. Why y'all causing chaos like what you see in third world countries? Why you causing chaos like that around here? Well, because something sounds so bad, it sounds so good? You just gotta do something to get attention? And I'm talking to you young folks. You 30-year-olds and younger. Who don't really know no damn better. You think you know everything. You think everything's owed to you. Nothing is owed to you, me, or anybody my age or younger. In all reality, from 50 years old and younger. So, my thing is, y'all want things to go the way y'all want it? Act like you really want it. Act like you deserve it by being a better human being. Being a better man or woman. Being a better parent. Because when you're a better parent, things like that don't affect you and don't cause you to go out there and do the reckless stuff that people out there doing right now. I'm not saying you don't care about your children. But if you care about your children enough, like you should, you wouldn't be out there. You wouldn't let yourself get manipulated. But that's why I say before, like I said before, just because you're a child doesn't mean you stop being easily manipulated when you're older. It's time to grow up, y'all. It's time to realize that our same old thing that we've been doing all these decades from day one are not working. There's still hatred and anger and separation. Let's try different. Let's try getting along for once. Talk to each other. Families don't even talk no more. They yell at each other. They get physical. They get violent with each other. When you gonna get out of that, man? I mean, come on. Y'all see this right here? I live by this. I live by that cross. Black people, we used to be all about Jesus Christ, God, heaven, love, family. What happened to that shit? What happened? Y'all let the devil get in your heads, man. You let the devil get in your hearts, man. And now you can't think clearly. You can't even see clearly with your two eyes. You completely shut out that third eye that helps you see shit. All my black people who letting this shit get the devil in them, y'all disgrace me. Y'all disgrace me big time. Because back in the day, in slavery days, real slavery days, racist days, we stuck together. There was nothing that could break our bond, our focus, our future, our plans, our sight, our heart, our minds. Nothing could break that. But now, y'all ain't what we used to be. And that disgraces me more than anything that's been done already. Because y'all living up to that N-word that we claim we don't like, but we use it against ourselves. And don't give me that bullshit, oh, I say nigga. It's the same thing, because if it wasn't for nigger, you would not have nigga. It's the same fucking thing. And y'all disgrace me with that. Black power was not about shooting motherfuckers and robbing people and all that. Black power is about unity. Mental unity, heart unity, soul unity, mind unity, sight unity, but not negativity unity. And that's all I have been seeing all my motherfucking life. And I don't like to curse. We have children to raise. How we gonna raise them if we doing shit that causes us to get killed? How we gonna raise them when we cause the shit that makes us go to jail for the rest of our life, or long enough to make the child feel like it's the rest of their life? When we gonna stop doing that? Black folks, y'all keep talking about we ain't got shit. We got way more opportunities and things, period, than what we ever thought we would have back then. How many of us actually had a job and got paid back then? None. And if it was some, we never heard about it. How many of us back then had our own homes? None. How many of us had our own businesses? None. What we got now? All of that above. The only thing we don't have is our peace of mind with it and our peace of mind with ourselves. Because you don't love yourself when you're showing hatred. Because if you loved yourself, there would be no hatred. There'll be no anger. There'll be no animosity. I'm ashamed to be a black man most of the time. Because I see people like that all the time. I've hung around people like that all my life. And I shook my head ever since then. Even when I did what I did, that's why I stopped. But even when I was doing what I was doing, I was shaking my head afterwards. I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? Y'all think because the government says this and that, that's what it is? No, it's not. No, it's not. Black folks ain't democratic. Black folks are neutral. Y'all young folks making it like that. You old folks who won't let go of the past and passing it on to your younger ones are the ones who's causing these issues. And you need to let it go. You ain't gonna forget racism. Who will? It's too strong of an entity in our lives every day for us to forget about it. But just because you don't forget about it don't mean you gotta live with it and to the point where it manipulates your thought. The ones who won't let shit go are the real racist people. Not the ones who are mad. Not the ones who actually even done a racial thing. It's the ones who won't let it go. Because the ones who do the racial things are the ones who were taught to do that from the ones who won't let it go. And I'm going to give y'all a little piece of history that a lot of my black folks don't understand or don't want to believe or haven't heard of or don't think it's true. How you think slavery began? It ain't because of white man. The king of Africa, whichever king it was, sold his people for trinkets, gold watches, guns and stuff because they never seen it. The white man introduced it to them. They were scared of it. They wanted it. They said, I'll give you whatever you want for one of those because they felt that would give them power. And so their own people to get that. Look it up. Ask an elder. 70-something years old and older. Ask them. Ask an African, as a matter of fact. Ask an African. Did you know Europeans used a black man from Europe that wasn't a slave to infiltrate Africans and look like them because he looked like them and gained their trust? And then that's another way they got slaves? Did you know that? I bet you don't want to believe but didn't know that white people were slaves back then too. I bet you still to this day don't want to believe, even though it's been around from day one, they're white Africans. Did you know that? Did you know that? No, you didn't know that. Because if you did, you wouldn't be acting the way you acting. You wouldn't be as racist as you are. You wouldn't be as angry as you are. See, I think with common sense thinking. That's what I think with. I don't think with other people's brains or they think for me. I don't let people speak for me. I speak for myself because I have this of my own and this of my own, these of my own, these of my own, and this. But my own black people, even though you want us to be united, I've had my own black people call me a Sambo nigga. Call me an Uncle Tom. First of all, Uncle Tom was a good person. The Tom y'all talking about was a good person. So am I. My middle name Thomas. Take that as a compliment. Sambo. I don't know what Sambo was really. I don't remember. I don't really give a shit. Call me what you want. But my own people turn against me because I don't think the way they do. Because they think that I don't feel the same pain that they feel. I feel it. I just express it different. I am a peaceful, loving person. So therefore, I'm not going to show that negativity. But I will show negativity when you call me out my name, my black people. I will show negativity when it comes to things that you don't want to see. Then I get negative. Because you're blinded by your own rage. That's all I got to say. Everybody have a blessed day. Be a blessing and be blessed. Love one another. Love your children. Put your children first. Before you react, put your children's thoughts first. Put your children's well-being first. Let's try that first. Let's try something you've never tried outside of anger, which is anything outside of anger. Let's try that first. Keep that going on for a month. I give you 2 weeks. Keep a good thing going on, good positive thought and everything for 2 weeks. Tell me how you feel. Respect every person you run into, unless you have a reason not to respect them. And see how far your life goes. See how better you feel. But again, everybody have a blessed day. Be a blessing and be blessed. Think about your children and your elders first, yo, before you think about yourself and your anger. God bless. Love.